50 Cent says he made Joe Budden run out of a strip club. That's right, 50 Cent and Joe Budden have been engaged in an online back and forth that started when Joe Budden said 50 Cent needs some mental help after he celebrated the passing of Irv Gotti. Well, 50 Cent would unleash a barrage of posts like he usually does, clowning Joe Budden for his allegations of walking in a hallway naked. And this is the most serious warning I've seen yet. As 50 Cent posted a few hours ago, why you just left out of Mermaids so fast, Joe? It's starting to get spooky, right? Ghost emoji. Now, Mermaids is a strip club in Astoria, Queens. It's a bit accessible, and we all know where 50 Cent is from. So maybe 50 is alluding to having the goons run down on Joe. Now, another thing that happened over the weekend was Joe Budden hinting that he might sue 50 if he continues to publish AI images of him being naked in the hallway.
If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved. Like, what would you want me to do? Because that's illegal. But
illegal?
Yeah, you can't take all these AI pics and just start. That's what Shorty is going to court for.
Mm-hmm.
And alluded to other cases where people have defamed folks with imagery that was detrimental to someone's, reputation. Now, on the pod, Joe Budden has retained a quiet stance. He hasn't really gone in on 50 like he would, let's say, Drake or Logic. He's kind of kept it cool. He's kept it PG. The only thing he said was the comments about the lawsuit, but he also said that 50 Cent needs mental help. This was in the behind the scenes footage. And boy, has Joe barked up an interesting tree. Now, usually when Joe goes at people, they don't have street credit, or they don't have money, or they have a mix of both. And 50 Cent has all of it. This guy, he's like the only real like popular gangster to actually rap. Now, granted, there's other pop gangsters, but this guy was like the number one hip hop artist at the time, maybe number one artist in the world back in '03. He's also very smart, and I assume Joe's gonna go through back channels and piece it up. Now, the reason Joe jumped out the window on 50 and said he needed mental help was because Irv Gotti was his man. Like, I think they were doing fantasy leagues. They were also, playing spades. So he felt like he had to look out for Irv. But, I mean, that Irv and 50 stuff is just delicate because, it's like, I think it's crazy to celebrate someone's passing. But then again, I wasn't shot 9 times. I don't know how that changes somebody. And if 50 feels like Irv aligned himself with people that put him in that predicament, that's on him. He's totally fine to feel the way he does. And man, 50 got money too, man. Like, what, Joe's gonna sue 50? 50 looks like he lives for court battles. You saw what he did with his baby mom when he found out, she was on the Diddy tapes or whatever. The Diddy, no, she wasn't on the Diddy tapes. She was alluded to being something, I don't know. But we know 50 gets diabolical. He doesn't play fair. Yeah, even the DJ Khaled thing. 50 might target people who aren't even Joe. You might target people, family members. Anything's on the table with Fifth. He's a cold, calculating, cunning dude. Very intelligent, very smart. So I think Joe's probably going to chill. He's going to fall back. Man, chasing Joe out the strip club is like chasing Batman out of a cave. Like, the strip club is Joe's sanctuary. It's where Joe gets right. It's his church. So things have really escalated to a boiling point, and it is indeed getting spooky for the Podfather. But let me know what you think about 50 Cent's overtures into Joe Budden's health. Do you feel like he's justified? Do you feel like Joe is right? Maybe 50 does need some mental help. And maybe 50 does need some mental help, but you don't need to be the one to say it. And I think that's often where Joe oversteps. And this time he found the right one. Joe will suggest people need to do certain things. And it's like, you don't need to be the one to say it. You don't need to be the one to, talk about somebody's background or identity. You don't need to be the one to say how someone should react to the death of a rival or a foe. All right, y'all. It's getting spooky out there, like 50 Cent said. Follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.